Hi guys, this is Anna Chi with you, and in this video I'll add a lot of different ingredients in the slimes in quite large quantities. And this means I'm going to continue the section what happens to the slime when you add too much of ingredients in it. So, for our today's small experiments, I chose kinetic sand, holographic decor and some bloonies. So let's start, and the first slime I'm gonna make was the kinetic sand. This bucket of sand I bought a long time ago. It's not of bad quality, but also not so good as the original. Nevertheless, it possesses the properties of kinetic sand, so we can add it to the slime as an ingredient without any problem. Well, as usual, first we'll make the slime. For that, we'll pour a bottle of PVA glue and half a bottle of clear glue into a container. With such a combination, the slime will turn out to be crisper. This time, I decided to add a couple of packs of face mask into the glue. By the way, they are ordinary face masks and not expensive at all, but I like the fact that they've got apricot flavor, so the slime will have a pleasant smell and a delicate apricot tingle. Next, we'll add a slime activator, mix everything well and then knead it with the hands. And everything went so well, but only until the moment when I forgot to turn on the camera, and everything that happened next remained only in my memory. So I had to remake the slime. And since I don't have any more apricot face mask, I decided to use what I have got. These are citrus and cucumber face masks. So, instead of delicious apricot, I got citrus cucumber slime. Then I had to add the acrylic paint to make the color look like as it was initially. And I got a big and simply amazing slime. I wonder if I didn't say that I had to redo the slime, whether any one of you would have noticed a difference or not. Personally, I wouldn't have noticed, because the color is almost the same. Well, maybe this one is a bit darker, but the main thing is that they are the same in consistency. I don't know why I hadn't added a face mask to the slimes before, because with such an ingredient, the slime turns out to be really good and moreover with a pleasant smell. Further on in this slime, I want to add a little bit of airy or light clay to slightly change its structure and give it a saturated blue color. Well friends, this is where you could notice the difference. Since in this slime I'm adding the blue color, the slime doesn't get a beautiful shade. It looks as if green and blue are mixed. But if I hadn't repainted the slime initially and immediately added the airy clay to the apricot slime, then it would have become saturated blue color literally in a couple of minutes. Well, anyways, in order to get the desired shade, I had to add a lot of light clay. But as a result, the color became amazingly cool. Next, we'll go to the most interesting part. That is, we're gonna add the kinetic sand. First, we can add a little bit of it. Well, for the time being, nothing significant has happened to the slime, so we can add some more kinetic sand. Watching how the slime and kinetic sand mixes is very fascinating, and you can watch it all day. But the color plays a big role here. I got quite beautiful shades that go pretty well together. And as a result, when they're mixed, they form a beautiful lilac color. I don't know if it makes a difference if you add the ordinary sand instead of a kinetic to the slime. Perhaps the kinetic gives it some kind of viscosity, but at the same time the slime becomes really hard and it almost doesn't stretch. you can twist it like a sausage. The next slime will be quite unusual one. Once on Instagram, I saw how they put a bubble on slime and then burst it off. Actually, I was very impressed with that, and I think you'll like it too. Well, on the Amazon website, I bought this set of Bloonies. Here in the tubes there is a special sticky liquid which resembles some sort of slime, and a thing with the help of which you can blow up bubbles. At first, of course, nothing worked out for me, so I had to practice, and eventually the bubbles began to turn out, and they were not quite small. Unfortunately, this liquid, or rather gum elastic, can be used only once, and if the bubble bursts off, then you can't blow it up again. Well, I figured it out, and now we can make the slime. I want it to be pure white and slightly airy. That's why I'm pouring 1 bottle of PVA glue into a container and then adding a couple of spoons of starch and mix it thoroughly. Now we'll add some shaving foam and mix it again. After all this, we can add a thickener. And this time I took a liquid detergent Persil. If suddenly it happens that you put a lot of thickener in the slime, then just add some hand cream or body lotion and everything will be fine. And the slime, according to this recipe, turns out just wonderful. It's soft, airy and consistent enough. Now on this slime, let's put the first bubble. We can also add some sparkles on its top, but this is not necessary. The second bubble will be a bigger one, and the third one will probably turn out huge. Actually, this experiment is quite interesting and exciting. Firstly, you will never know what shape and size the bubble will be, and secondly, how it's gonna behave further. Will it simply blow away or loudly burst off? If you look at the process itself, then it's really fascinating. But after all this, the slime becomes not so beautiful, because the remnant of bubbles remains there. By the way, on the slime you can put not one bubble, but many, or even lay out a pyramid. Just do it quickly before they are blown off. In the last slime, I want to add a lot of holographic glitter. But not just that. I also found such flowers, which in color looks like a glitter, but they are made of foil. Our slime will be as transparent as possible. This is not the first time I've been doing this, so here we'll need clear glue, water and borax as a slime activator. And of course, we'll need to wait for a couple of days for the bubbles to disappear. We have the slime, the supplements, and now let's mix everything. The slime looks beautiful, and its structure doesn't deteriorate only if you don't add too much of sparkles. Because when you add too much of it, then to the touch it's not like glitter, but like sand. I certainly expected that the slime will turn out with holographic overflow of color, but mostly the silver color dominates here. Nevertheless, it was a very good experiment. Guys, write in the comments which slime you like the most in our today's video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye!
Blah, blah.